Alright, my name is Jason. This is my first YouTube upload. Anyway, let's get right down to business. I want to talk about the New World Order. You know, some of the things that are happening today that are moving towards the New World Order. And some of the things that are happening that are just fucked up, you know? So, I'll start with DINACOR, United Nations, and Child Protective Services have been caught red-handed being engaged in child kidnappings. And then after they kidnap children, they sell them into slavery. It's just heinous crime. And like, they're not gonna be punished at all unless like we say something about it, we keep talking about it, you know? So let's keep talking about it, keep it in the news, and then something might happen, something good might happen. Along those lines, Barney Frank, he was caught. He's been trial. He's been sued for molesting children. Yeah, Barney Frank, congressman, U.S. Senator. He's a senator actually, not a representative. But look up how he was caught molesting children. Looked up sex parties. Just looked at it. Another thing I want to talk about is Operation Northwoods and government-sponsored terror. Operation Northwoods was a plan that was made in the 1960s to stage terror attacks on American soil, and then blame those terror attacks on Fidel Castro, so that they could garner popular support to invade Cuba. Obviously, they tried, but it didn't happen. Baby Pigs was a failure. So we're glad it didn't happen, but they have been caught. Well, they haven't been caught, but we know that they staged 9/11. I mean, how are three structurally sound towers just going to fall within a matter of seconds in their own footprint, unless there are bombs put in there to purposely demolition the buildings? I mean, how do you explain that? How do you explain they just fell? They just fell in a matter of seconds. Man, that's booty. But look up Operation Northwoods and how it was a plan by the Joint Chiefs of Staffs to sponsor terror attacks. Now on to my next thing. Cybersecurity Act of 2009. Now that's a bill that's going through Congress right now. It passed one of the houses, I think the House of Representatives, and it still has to be passed in the Senate to become law. Anyway, what that does is it gives President Obama, or any other U.S. president that is to come after him, dictatorial powers over the internet. And what that means, censorship. And I know we don't want censorship on our internet, because that's one of the main tools of freedom of speech, you know? We gotta talk about it. Keep it in the news. And biased ass media that we have today doesn't do shit for our cause, so we gotta do it for ourselves, you know? Alright. Let's talk about the bailouts. The companies that I'm talking about the banker bailouts specifically. The companies that got the banker bailouts, the executives in those companies got millions of dollars in bonuses. Millions. Now, why are you paying them taxpayer money for failing? I mean, those companies were about to go down, sign up, unless we bailed them out. Taxpayer money. And now you're just going to give them a reward for failing? That doesn't sound right. It's another thing, the bailouts. It wasn't $700 billion like they said in the news. It's $24 trillion. They don't tell you that. The day after the bailout bill was passed, they said, oh, we're not going to use it to free up the mortgage market like we said we were. We're not going to tell you what we're going to use it for. That's another thing. When they were passing the bill, they said, I forget the quote, but it was something like, there will be martial law in America. The sky will fall, the market will fall 2,000 or 3,000 the first 2,000 or 3,000 points the first day, and another couple thousand points the day after. There'll be violence in the streets, and there'll be martial law in America if this bill wasn't passed. That's as close to the actual quote as I can get. But Congressman Schumer said that California, so look it up. Global warming is not true. Don't believe it. It's a sham. Global warming is caused by the sun getting hotter, not by greenhouse gases destroying the atmosphere. And isn't it peculiar that greenhouse gases are made up of carbon dioxide? We breathe out the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is part of the biological human process. I mean, how is that going to be toxic to the atmosphere? That would mean that humans in and of themselves are toxic to the atmosphere. And that would mean that plants are toxic to the atmosphere. But plants and humans thrive on this planet. So how can that be? It's not true. Remember ClimateGate? How scientists had advocated global warming were caught cooking the scientific books, manufacturing data to support global warming. You remember that? They don't talk about that anymore though. You need to look up how Al Gore owns the companies that will profit from the carbon tax, that will collect carbon taxes if the bill that's going through Congress right now is passed. You need to look that up. And also, you need to look up Bilderberg, the CFR, and the Trilateral Commission. Those groups, they're the ones affecting policy today. So I need to look those up, but I don't got much time left because for the sake of, I don't want the video to be like 12 minutes. So I'm gonna cut it off right here. Goodbye!